again, and you know
DCW,
that
DCW, DCW.
All right, it is attitude time, everybody. And I hope you're ready for a big night of lots of surprises. And we will be kicking off the bat with a big one, as there is someone who has an announcement that they have mentioned, and here they will be coming shortly out to explain themselves. And it will have repercussions for all or nothing, so be prepared for a bit of an earth-shattering one tonight. As we begin in Raleigh, North Carolina, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And why on earth is Triple H in DCW? And why is he on Attitude? And that's it. This is the man. I bet you did not think you would ever see this. So let me start by saying, hello, DCW fans. For the last year, I have watched your pathetic company, and honestly, it's time to shake things up. I think it's time the women of NXT come here to show you people how a real company works. So with that in mind, at All or Nothing event, we challenge all of your women for a rumble. Everyone is eligible, and I will send a few of my alumni over. And if you win, you get to lord it over us. It would make your management so happy. You'll prove that you're better than Big Bad WWE. Well, our lawyers drew up the contracts, and if you lose, DCW Attitude becomes WWE Attitude. And if you lose, all you DCW ladies, I have 2 words for you. You're fired! And wow, what a start to DCW Attitude. The manager of and the producer of NXT comes out and throws a gauntlet down to the women of DCW, challenging them for a Royal Rumble match at All or Nothing. If DCW wins, they get the bragging rights. But if the women lose, WWE becomes the owner of Attitude. And first up for the women of DCW, it's the Hollywood Blondes versus name just suddenly escaped. Tabby and Lilu. Name escaped me, don't know why. As they face off in a tag team match, I do know that at the end of the evening, we will be hearing from our DCW Women's Champion. She will be addressing, in part, from what I understand, the attacks that took place last week by the Unprofessionals that ended Attitude a little early last week. Dave says, wow, I did not see that coming, John. I said it was a surprise.
And the Queen, the Hollywood Blonde.
So you have to think that all the women that'll be involved in that Rumble match will have everything to gain and will, at the very least, want to keep their jobs. Hollywood Blondes out tonight. They've been fighting a lot as singles wrestlers lately, but this match will be set up for them to hopefully try and gain a victory tonight, but they're going against two competitors who don't normally tag together, but have become a bit of a thing lately. And out first, I believe, will be Tabby. Yes, it is.
And their opponents, first, from Seattle, Washington, the Terror, Sawyer.
They tried to win a match last week, unfortunately lost that match, I believe, so they would love nothing better to gain a victory here. Two competitors that largely have been singles competitors in DCW, but this is kind of their first foray into the tag team division, and now we will be joined by Lilu.
And her partner, from Oregon, Lee Lewis Jacob.
We'll have to see how that music from the game's theme works for YouTube, but we'll put it up and see what happens. But here comes Lilu. All right, here we go. These two competitors about to get underway. It is Kat versus Tabby right in the middle of the ring. Tabby gets a hit but comes back at it. Can Tabitha take control? She pushes her back into the ring ropes, but it's in the corner of the Hollywood Blondes, which isn't ideal, I would have to admit. Kat, however, does get thrown across to the other turnbuckle and now is on the other side. But they lock up again. So far, this match has been about positioning. Tabby getting worked over now. Wrenching on the arm again. And then a slam comes in that knocks Tabby off her feet. Kat now finally trying to take a bit more control again. Thrown into the corner. Comes bounding out. And now Russian leg sweep sends her down to the mat. Opportunity for Tabby or Kat to tag out. She doesn't. Instead, she goes to try and do more damage. Throws Tabby into the ropes. Tabby comes off and arm drag takes her over and down. Now Kat decides to go in for a chin lock and is making her trying to work her over. Thrown now into the corner though, and Tabby now coming in, opportunity to tag in her partner. Amber tries to interfere by trying to hide that tag, but I guess the referee must have seen it just before then because he allowed it to happen. And now Lilu plasters Kat into the corner. She's now banging her head off that ring, off the turnbuckle. Trying to get to her feet, but not moving. Now, elbow drop, working on her knee, trying to make as much damage as possible. Boot again to the back of her thigh. Lilu celebrating maybe a little bit early. Maybe should be going for pins instead of looking to the crowd for approval. Kat, though, in big trouble. She hasn't moved much other than to take the hit. Now struggling to her feet. But Lilu gets a little cocky and takes a punch to the face, and down she goes. Big upper hand strike connects. Now working on the chin. Kick connecting. Chokehold. Sending her down. Lilu in trouble. Picks her back up just briefly and now slams her face, and now she's got her in that submission hold. Lilu in big trouble, but she turns it over just barely. She's still locked up, but she got out of it. And now picks up Kat and slams her into the mat. That kind of flying splatter. Now working on her leg again. Putting pressure on her, trying to make her get into more trouble. Now she's got her locked up with the leg, just stretching it. Kat finally kicks her way out. Lilu throws her into the corner. Comes in, but gets caught in a DDT instead. Pin. Kat now, I don't know what Ember was trying to do there. I guess she was trying to cut Tabby off, but she's so close to their corner. There was no way that was going to happen. Now these two ladies are outside of the ring. And now Lilu just looking to do more damage onto the apron. And Kat just falls to the floor, hardly moves at all. Now she's stood up, and now comes back with a big strike that puts Lilu down. Both sides trying to hit the other one. Now a kick to the midsection connects. A punch for both of them, and then rocked again. Kat focused on Lilu, not really paying attention to the count. Lilu connects again on Kat. They're still outside. The count is now moving to 8. Tabby's trying to wave her partner back into the ring. Oh, and she sends her into the ring post. They're going to get counted out. Lilu isn't making a move to get back in. Now finally she does, but it's too late. This match is a draw. Neither side with a victory. Kat out for the count, but it was too late for Lilu, who doesn't slide in time. And that was the shocking turn of events on that match. Next up, it is Emma versus Emily, as it's M versus M. Not sure quite what to make of that last match. Not sure what Lilu's plan was, but it seemed to mostly be deal out punishment. Don't pay attention to anything else. And that probably was to her detriment. And here we go again. And here comes Emma.
Making her way to the ring from Oregon, Emma.
So you have to wonder what the ladies are thinking, knowing that their jobs are on the line if they cannot beat the WWE representatives. We don't know who they are yet. We do know that there will not be as many of them as there will be DCW representatives in this match, so I guess that's one thing. Probably the reason why DCW management agreed to this match. Cross-brand craziness coming at All or Nothing. Emma's ready for this one. She would love to gain the victory here and set herself up for a strong showing at the Rumble match. And here comes Emily.
And her opponent from Salem, Oregon, Emily.
All right, so Emily out now. These two ladies definitely are some of the stronger competitors in DCW. Emma has been on a very big roll as of late and will want to set a pattern here, but certainly you can't count Emily out. She and her partner Percy have been flying lately at times, so you've got to admit that they are going to be solid contenders here. But they lock up in the center of the ring. Emma fights out of that, ducks over that one, jumps over that, jumps again, and Emma does not get caught out. But neither does Emily. They lock up again, and it's a belly-to-belly, or a body slam there. Now locking up with a chin lock. Now it's a bit of a choke by Emma, trying to wrench on Emily's neck. Emily pushing her to the ropes, bounces her off, ducks under this time, jumps over that time, and again. And once again, Emma does not get caught out by that. But she does get caught out by those forearms, and then a big DDT, or a bulldog, sorry, not a DDT, connects and catches Emma. Emma in a bit of trouble here. Taken down again, though. Thrown into the ropes. But the kick doesn't come. Neither does the elbow. And she goes down. Emma taking over, taking control. Kick and a knee connects. Strike to the back. Emma Lee turns around and just cold cocks Emma there. Strikes again, but blocked. And now a Russian leg sweep by Emma, the stronger competitor here. She's going to have a muscle advantage. That's why Emily needs to take her down. But she picks up Emily. She's got her up in kind of a modified version of the Panda Slam. She's lifting her up, blood rushing to her head, and then drops her down, showing off the upper body strength that Emma has to put the full weight of a competitor on her back effectively and just play with her in the midair. But Emily comes back, clothesline gets Emma there, but maybe turned her eye off the prize and took it for that. Emma now working again on Emily, picks her up to a seating position, now goes into a sleeper choke, modified hold. Emily, though, trying to fight out. Elbows to the midsection, gets herself free. Now a kick comes around, and she does that flip, which connects so well. And Emma's down and maybe out. And here we go, Emily coming in with 2 strikes on her knees. And now she waits for Emma to get out. She tried to hit her again, but gets caught out by a reversal. Emma throws her into the corner. Closing in now. And now she throws her into the turnbuckle in the other corner. Positioned up as she is. Punched in the face, and down she went, and now there she goes again. Connection after connection following up. locks her down. Emily trying to fight out of this hold. Does, and now grabs onto Emma. She gets her into a cutter. Down Emma goes. Emily now dragging her towards the center of the ring. Going for... nope, she goes back to the knees. 2 strikes, cartwheel. Connects. She's going for it. Possibly. She's waiting for Emma to get back to her feet. Kick to the midsection. DDT. Pinning attempt. 1, 2, and 3. Emily gets the win. A big upset, possibly, but definitely a well-deserved victory by Emily over Emma. Like I said, Emma's been on a tear, so this was not by any means an easy match. Took Emily a little lightly at points, and that cost her, I think. And Emily able to get the victory using her knowledge, experience, and speed to overcome the stronger competitor, and she is the winner. Emma will go back to the drawing board, but Emily will take that bit of morale boost. Thank you very much. So now, next up, we have Brenna versus B in a match of a couple of people who are a little disgruntled about what's happened to them over the last couple of weeks. Brenna lost the DCW title, of course, 2 weeks ago, and B was set for a match against Sabrina, only to get interfered in that match when Cheeky actually took Sabrina out before they ever actually locked up, before B could even get out to the ring, and cost B an opportunity in that match. And certainly that cannot have sat well with the British Union member. But first up, it is our former champion. Brenna coming out, looking ready to go.
Making her way to the ring from Valhalla, the Barbarian.
You know she wants nothing more than to get a win here. Setting herself up possibly to be the savior for DCW Attitude. A role she relishes, I'm sure. And here comes B.
And her opponent from England, the Queen Bee.
Like I said, B is unhappy, or at least gave off the impression of being very unhappy with what happened last week, so you've got to expect she will want nothing more than to gain at least a measure of revenge against her opponent this evening, even if it isn't Sabrina. Also, I have it on good authority that the British Union have always seen themselves as the true leaders in DCW Attitude, so certainly they too would love nothing more than to hold a victory at the Rumble match. A victory at All or Nothing, when it literally is all or nothing for these women. Now, elbows raining down, Brenna working her way on B. Crowd not big fans of either lady, so you wonder how this match will go for them. But nonetheless, there we go. Down goes B again. Brenna working now on the leg. Straining that knee just a little bit more. Now goes in for an armbar. She's stretching out B. E trying to get her wits about her. The big barbarian has been all over her since the early going of this match. Strike comes in the midsection, one to the back. B down, possibly ready to go here as the former champ is tattooing her right now. You have to think that Brenna's taking out all her frustrations out in this one match. Kick to the face lands. B goes down again. She does struggle to the ropes, tries to get up, hit connecting. Brenna has got her in trouble, but finally B is coming after her. Cutter now connecting. Now finally B has control. Can she maintain it? Can she continue to put damage down on Brenna? She has to keep working and being aggressive and fast against her bigger opponent. And now she's got her on the run, so Brenna rolls out. B following up, but that might have been a mistake. She gets hit. Down she goes. And Brenna working on B sends her down. Both of these women know a lot about each other, but it doesn't make it easier when you're fighting such a difficult opponent. Elbow comes in and B's down again. She's struggling to get back her senses in this match. Of course, B one-time, or two-time actually, internet title holder. Tag team champion. Pinning attempt by Brenna. Kicked out immediately. Not even a count so far. B's not going to go down quite that simply. She's going to make it hard for you. Kick comes in there. Brenna stalking B now. She's got her up. This is the start of the end here. And she plants her and pins her. But B kicks out again without a 1 count. Boot falls in again and another. B tied up in the ropes now, wrenching on that chin. B fights her way out of it, finally has a little bit of control, but Brenna just immediately takes her down. Brenna is dominating this match. She's going up to the high rent district for a big attempt here, and she leaps and drops 2 knees right onto B from that top rope. Is there anything left of B? She's in big trouble now. Here comes that spinning Samoan slam. Drag to the center of the ring. Pin. 1, 2, and 3 it is. B with the loss. Brenna with the victory. The Barbarian ruled this match from start basically to finish. And B struggled to try and maintain any sort of momentum. But Brenna was having none of it tonight. She was not going to be denied her victory. And for B, might be a bit of back to the drawing board. And she will be looking to get back in the win column after 2 losses in the last 2 out of 3 weeks.
Here is your winner, the Barbarian.
Brenna is nothing if not consistent. It is all about her. And as I said, this is someone who thinks she is DCW. So be prepared for her to try and dominate the Rumble match at All or Nothing. But next out are a couple of competitors. Our final match of the evening, I believe. I could be wrong on that front, but I think this is the final match. Runa versus Lizzie. Keep in mind, as I said, Tamara will be addressing what happened last week to finish off the night. So we'll have to see how that goes. But, oh no, it's not the last match of the evening, is it? Never mind. There's one more after this. I forgot. I'm doing well. I'm forgetting everything tonight. All right, here we go. Because I believe it's Ursula versus Zoe after this. So don't mind me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Making her way to the ring from Tacoma, Washington, Stephanie the Diamond.
So Runa out. She will be wanting a victory here. Runa was our first DCW Women's Champion. She has a lot of pedigree with victory. She will want to be the hero we need. But don't count out her competitor on this evening.
And her opponent from Oregon, Elizabeth Sparks-Jones.
Both of these women have been in title pictures on a number of occasions. Both of them have held titles. Both have been some of the best wrestlers in DCW, let alone DCW Attitude. So, knowing that, you have to think they want to win. And certainly for a way to show that they can be the baddest, well, bitch on the planet, if you want to call it anything else. Here we go. They lock up immediately, and Runa takes her up. She's got her hung up, and now she does what Emma does and just lifts and shows her strength. Booting to the back. Now, Runa has been working her magic so far. Lizzie ducks and then leaps over Runa. Runa going bouncing back and forth, much like the match earlier. Nothing really come of it. Throws Lizzie into the corner, tries to come in, and Lizzie spotted that one before Runa could get the job done. But now she's going to take Runa into that second turnbuckle and introduce her face first. Lizzie gaining control, working on Runa, trying to make sure that Runa doesn't gain any advantage in this match. But now they're trading strikes, which might not work to Lizzie's advantage. And again, here we go with that ducking, jumping, everything you can. But Lizzie, again, not going to get fooled by that. Now it's Runa's turn to have a snap suplex. Boot connecting as well. Runa struggling to get back to her feet. Lizzie taking advantage to do as much damage as possible. These ladies still fighting in the middle of the ring, though. Big reverse elbow there takes Lizzie off her feet. Comes in, she picks her up and plants her with a big bulldog into the mat. Runa leaping around like a much smaller competitor would normally be. This lady has got a lot of athletic ability and is very aggressive, and so far, neither one has been able to take advantage of the other consistently. Lizzie comes in, strike after strike now, throws Runa into the corner, follows it up with some knees right to the back. Lizzie, however, unable to follow that up. She gets hit in the midsection. Picked up again, though. Runa taken down. Choke applied. Runa not in good shape. No thanks to what Lizzie was able to do there. One. Not enough to gain the victory, gain the pin. Runa standing back up on her feet. Lizzie taking her and slamming her into the turnbuckle over and over and over again. And out goes Runa. Now, kick to the midsection. Lizzie back in control. Looking to go high risk, high reward. Up on the top rope. Drops down with that coffin drop. Now waits for Runa to try and get back to her feet. Runa scrambling. And it just immediately comes into this enziguri around the back of the head. And now a pin. 1, 2, 3. Lizzie Jones is your winner. Big achievement this evening by Lizzie getting that win. Hard-fought victory. Nevertheless, victory it was. And that will go well heading towards All or Nothing. As these two ladies are very much in the running. And they will want to represent DCW just as much as anybody else. So Lizzie gets the victory. A big one for her and possibly an example to the rest of the DCW locker room. We'll have to see how it works out for them. And next up, it's Phoenix versus, I got the wrong people tonight. It's Phoenix versus Zoe in this match, not Ursula. My bad. As we move ever closer to the discussion by Tamara. If you missed it earlier this evening, Triple H appeared. Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the general manager, the producer of NXT, and he threw down a challenge to DCW Attitudes Women that he will be sending some of his alumni to face them at All or Nothing. And if they win, Attitude becomes WWE Attitude. And all of the ladies lose their jobs. But next, here we go. It's Phoenix out.
Making her way to the ring from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, the phenomenal one, Nicole.
Phoenix also felt wronged by what happened last week. Will want to gain a bit of revenge for her partner and get a win tonight. And Zoe, of course, no pushover herself. And here she comes.
And her opponent from Great Falls, Montana, the Chosen One.
All right. Zoe will want to copy what her partner did in her match earlier this evening. and have a victory here. Solid competitors for DCW, solid representatives. For sure, all of them could be and have been champions. But here we go. Zoe and Phoenix lock up, center of the ring. Phoenix wins that one, pushes Zoe into the corner. Referee's going to break this one up. We'll just have to see if this gets broken up evenly or what. Well, Phoenix comes back in and wrestles Zoe to the mat. Steps on her arm there. Down she goes, out of the matches, out of the mat, out of the ring, sorry. And now Phoenix working on Zoe outside the ring. Are we going to have another count out situation coming? No, she's going to pick her up. She's going to work her back into the ring. Nope. They're just going at it outside again. Another kick to the midsection. One to the head. Phoenix just tap dancing on Zoe. Knocks her down. Picks her up again. We're at 6 here, guys. Zoe throws her into the ring, though. Now they lock up at the center of the ring. And Zoe comes in with strikes to the forehead. And after 10 strikes, down goes Phoenix, returning a bit of the favor from earlier in this match. Now working on her a bit more, trying to gain advantage. She's pushed her into the ropes. Bounces her off, but misses on the clothesline, but does come in with a nice axe handle to the head. And then a nice leaping drop kick. Puts her down again. She's got her wrapped up nice and tight. Got her in that sleeper hold. So far, Phoenix not able to get out of it, but does now. Returns the favor back to Zoe. Now they both walk away, and Zoe throws Phoenix into the ropes. Misses once more on the clothesline. That's twice now she's tried that move. It has not worked. Might need to go back to the drawing board. She's taken strikes to the midsection so far. One to the leg, one to the face. And now Phoenix has got her up and suplexes her to the mat. Kick to the midsection, picks her up, spins her around, and down she goes again. And then goes for the pin. 1, 2. Not enough. Unable to finish her off, but instead Zoe kicks out. Zoe trying to get to her feet, struggling up, and a kick to the midsection. And picked up again, and now into the Kurakuda clutch. Zoe trying to get to the ropes, trying to fight out. She elbows her way out instead. Picks up Phoenix and then slams her. Readying herself, trying to get herself psyched up, get the crowd psyched up. Small package. She's got her wrapped up. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, that was close. Phoenix was in a bad way, and she still is struggling to gain any momentum at the moment. Thrown into the corner. Stalking her, Zoe just walking slowly into the corner, but that was a mistake. Phoenix reverses that quickly. Elbow, though, by Zoe gets herself out of trouble. They lock up again, but this time Phoenix again gets the advantage, picks her up again. And it's that standing suplex. Putting the boots to Zoe so far. Miss on that one, though. Throws her into the opposite corner. Tries to come in with a stomp and misses. They connect again, and this time down goes Zoe. Pinning attempt. 1, 2, 3, and this time Phoenix somehow comes away the winner. Hard match to get a victory, but nonetheless, she does gain a measure of revenge for B in that victory. Oh, but Phoenix looks like she's not quite done yet. And does go in and goes after Zoe. Not only did she not appreciate her partner losing, but she's going to make sure Zoe knows all about it tonight. And she maintains the victory and the championship. Or championship, no championship there. Maintains her winning streak, and in the process puts herself in a position to maybe have a little bit of advantage going into All or Nothing. And this is our final match of the evening. It is Pershi versus Ursula. My bad earlier. This is the ultimate match of our event. We will have, of course, as I said earlier, in case you missed it, Tamara will be speaking to the audience regarding what happened last week with the unprofessionals. So she will want very much to address that particular issue. But next up, it is Pershi versus Ursula, one-on-one, in our final match of the evening, at least.
Making her way to the ring from the United States of America, Percy.
All right, here comes Pershi. Looking ready to go. Wanting to replicate what her tag team partner was able to do this evening. Gain another victory. All right. They are ready. And here comes Ursula.
From the United States of America, Alexia.
Pixel pals Ursula and Runa have had a bit of trouble getting wins over the tag team champions. They went through a series of matches with the unprofessionals, unfortunately coming out the loser in all of them. But again, much like all the other women here, she knows what's on the line and knows she has to produce a victory at All or Nothing, or at least participate to make sure the WWE ladies don't win. And Pershi and Ursula lock up immediately. Pershi picks up Ursula, slams her down. Tosses her aside almost. Kick to the midsection, double underhook. Down she goes. Missed on that boot though. Oh, wow, but connects on that Insaguri, but what's going on here? Why is Peyton Royce from the WWE anywhere near our ring right now? What is going on? Percy look at... Oh my goodness, Royce is in the ring. And she plants Percy. Will the referee call an end to that right now? Will he throw the match out? He doesn't. Ursula goes for the pin. 1, 2. Obviously, Triple H sending a message. One of his ladies came into the ring and nailed Percy. And that was a rather surprising development. You've got to think DCW management will not be pleased with that bit of interference. Strike connecting, another one there, and then a turn nails her. So Percy none the worse for wear for Peyton Royce's interference. Yeah, I know. What was that? Exactly, Dave. Why on earth did the referee not throw this match out? That was really strange. Percy working on Ursula. If nothing else, the match hasn't changed. They're still going at it. Ursula comes in, goes for the boot. She did try and take advantage of that one. And now the two ladies still fighting it out. Nice boot there by Percy as she tries to get back into control. She'd had this match under control until that happened. Slam down. Knee drop. Connecting. Percy now trying to take advantage of Ursula's condition. She's put the armbar on. Ursula struggling to get out. Referee not calling it off. And Ursula now didn't give up. She's fighting her way back out of it. Thrown into the corner. Ursula with a drop kick that connects and Percy down. Ursula misses on that strike, hits on the second one though. Percy back to her feet, but immediately gets pushed back into the ropes. Thrown across and a big drop kick connects. Percy down again. And then, tried to go over a very big maneuver and it failed hard as Ursula leaped over top of Percy, missing completely, trying to launch herself in a crossbody that just completely backfired. But Ursula fighting out, takes her down with that unique clothesline attempt there. Percy in trouble. She's on the apron, knocked off now. Ursula now recovering, trying to get the fans whipped up. They are already into this match. Percy now up to a seated position, but not in good shape. Ursula working away on her. Stood up and now picked up and now, but Percy actually able to fight out of that. Catches Ursula. Count continuing. Man, a lot of these matches continue to go outside the ring. Thrown back in by Percy now. Percy stands Ursula up. Throws her into the corner. Comes in with that cartwheel clothesline that sets her up for the big finish. Percy going up for the Eclipse. Is this it? She waits for her to get back to her feet. And here we go. The Eclipse connects. Ursula's in the ropes though, but 1, 2. She kicks out. Goodness gracious. Percy picks up Ursula again. Ursula's still not with it enough to fight off. Big knee lift connects and down goes Ursula again. Percy stands her up, boot to the back of the neck. Ursula, though, fires back, takes Percy down with a Hurricane Rana. Can Ursula gain enough momentum from that to take advantage, or is she going to allow Percy to fight back? She doesn't, and then puts the hammer down. Percy struggling again, trying wobbly to get to her feet. Ursula's waiting for that. Sets her up, splats her down, but unfortunately, but goes for the submission move. She's got it locked in. Pain and agony is all that's going on with Percy, but She's not submitting yet. But Ursula releases the hold. Goes for the pin instead. 1, 2, 3. And it was too much for Pershi, who had pretty much gotten the better of Ursula for most of the end of the match here. But somehow, some way, Ursula gets the victory. One might claim that Peyton Royce's interference caused this particular event, or at least weakened Pershi to the point where Ursula able to take advantage of it. She almost got the pin off of that to begin with. But the eclipse came in, and I thought right there Pershi had this won. But somehow Ursula still had enough to get out of it. And this was the beginning of the end right there. And Ursula, with a big victory to finish off the matches for this evening. The WWE continues to interfere in Attitude tonight. Will they get involved with Tamara later this evening, or will they continue to cause problems all the way to All or Nothing? You'll have to tune in and find out. But remember, we're not done tonight yet. And here we go. Here comes the champ. She's cross. I know that much from talking to her earlier today. Very unhappy with what happened with the Unprofessionals last week. Their interference in the match she had with B and Sabrina. That's true. Dave just mentioned Pershi has a legit complaint about that match. She does. Here we go. What does the champ got to say? Well, we've had another manic Attitude tonight. But even with that, SU, we saw your true colors last week. Ouch. Apparently. You are no better than backstabbing weasels. Except, that would be rude to the weasels. I never took you ladies for that type that would cheap shot someone from behind, but I guess I was wrong. Oh, well, apparently the Unprofessionals have something to say. Who is it gonna be? So we're not done with hearing from them, and it is Kat out to address the accusations that have just been thrown out. Hey, Tamara, before you go on, let me just get one thing very clear. We rule the DCW, not the WWE, not you, no one else. You ladies are yesterday's news, and in 2 weeks we will show that to the world. You have nothing. Hey, Kat, I used to respect you. I used to believe in you. But this Kat, this person, I cannot wait to destroy. At All or Nothing, you two are going to beg for mercy. You're going to wish that you never messed with us. You know what? I've heard this trash so much, I don't know how I stand the smell. You're full of it. The Unprofessionals will walk out with all the gold at All or Nothing, and there is zero you can do. Because let's be brutally honest here, Tamara. That is all you and Sabrina are. A couple of zeros. Kat, I would have forgiven a lot of things, but now as you skate on thin ice, let me just tell you one thing. For all your big words and big talk, you have yet to back it up. So come on then, one-on-one next week. one-on-one, you against me, well, okay, you're on. But only if it's a hardcore match, so I can soften you up. Because one way or another, Tamara, you and Sabrina will never, ever be able to beat us. And I can't wait to show you. Okay, next week, you and me, woman to woman. And bitch, you will remember just who you are threatening. Because just so you know, I don't forgive and I don't forget. See you next week. Oh, Kat comes in, a microphone to the forehead. And now she pushes the champ and then ducks out. And with that, that will be the end of Attitude. Kat getting the last punch, if not necessarily the last word tonight. And with that, we thank you all for watching. Remember, in 2 weeks' time at All or Nothing, a lot of things are about to change.